Welcome to the Gastro Girl podcast. We bring together patients, experts, and health advocates who are all here to help you optimize your health. Here's your host, Jacqueline Gaulin.
Hey everyone, we're so excited. We're welcoming back our favorite celiac in the beast, Erica Dermer, and she's uncovered the best gluten-free foods for you if you're celiac or a family member or loved one is living with celiac disease. She's got the inside scoop on these awesome new products that are gluten-free. So we're going to get right into it. So good to have you here, Erica. So tell us where you've been the last few months.
Yeah, I have been all across this great country in lots of rental cars and planes. So living the high life. Basically, I've been to a couple different trade shows. First one is Houseware Show, the Inspired Home Show, learning all about the latest kitchen gadgets because I cook a lot at home since I am gluten-free. Sometimes it's safer to eat at home. So that was super fun. But really, we're here to talk about the new best food products. And I went to Fancy Food in Las Vegas and also the Expo West, which is the largest natural trade show in Anaheim. So I spent about a week there eating as much as I possibly could to find the best gluten-free products.
I want your job.
I mean, I'm tired all the time. I'm tired all the time, Jackie, but I do eat really well. So
no, that's awesome. I'm sure our listeners are so excited to hear what you found and what you uncovered and what we can share with them. We'll also have all the deets in the slides after each product that you talk about so people can find them, and we'll also list them in our description for everyone. So first of all, what's your number one find?
It's so hard to say if something's number one or not because it's all so good and I want to eat all of it. I think the biggest find for this year has to go to Feel Good Foods. And they launched several new products, not just one. They have a bagel that is basically a teeny tiny bagel. And inside is cream cheese. Amazing. Found in the frozen food section.
Oh, wow.
So incredible. But not only did they do that, they launched jalapeno poppers and fried pickles, which is like, honestly, one of the number one things that people ask for, which seems so weird, but people love fried pickles. So
I've never had a fried pickle.
They're delicious. I just had them actually at a gluten-free food truck in Denver, and they were mind-blowing. And most people don't fry pickles at home. It's like a fair food, right, that they're looking for. But since we can't eat at fairs, you can bring it home to your house with these jalapeno poppers and fried pickles from Feel Good Foods. So exciting.
That's awesome. Okay, what else should we know about?
So speaking about carnival food, churros are such a huge trend right now. So anything with cinnamon and sugar, anything churro flavored, churro style, it's been a big trend for the food industry. But normally people who are gluten-free can't have churros. And there's two new products that are churro flavored that I think people are going to really like. One is Pipcorn. And Pipcorn is known for their popcorn. But first, they have their popcorn line, which is amazing. Their popcorn's delicious. Then they invented this new twist line. And I will tell you, their new cinnamon sugar twists are just like the ones that you used to get at Taco Bell. And I don't know if anyone remembers those twists, but I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, and I grew up on those twists, and I love them. So you cannot miss these new Pipcorn twists that are in cinnamon sugar style, like a churro. And then Daily Crave, which is another chip brand, now has churros that are also plant-based. So not only are they gluten-free, but they're also plant-based too. And they're so delicious. Cinnamon sugar, everything right now. And I'm here for it. They're so good.
Okay, what else you got for us, Erica?
All right. So everyone is doing puffs right now, which I think is kind of weird. I still kind of think puffs are like baby food, but these puffs that I just tried have changed my mind. They're a new brand called Like Air, and they are pancake puff corn. So it's basically like popcorn, but in a puff. But they taste like pancakes. And I was alarmed because they taste exactly like pancakes. And I was like, oh, this can't be gluten-free because it's like pancakes. But they're made with rice flour. So naturally gluten-free and delicious.
Oh,
I don't know if you would eat pancake flavored puffs or pancake flavored popcorn, but it is far better than what I think you're thinking right now.
I love maple, and I love cheese puffs, like a cheese puff consistency.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
interesting.
then that and Kapop, which is another puff maker, they like puffs are their things. They made a kettle corn puff that is delicious. So there's no, kernels or anything that you would get in popcorn. It's just a puff. So it may also be good for people who can't have popcorn because it's just a rice-based puff, for people with digestive issues that can't have seeds or popcorn-based anything, we want to find something that works for them too. And again, gluten-free and dairy-free too.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of snacky snack stuff coming out that's gluten-free that really didn't exist before. And kind of, I think that's where people maybe felt challenged. And you have celiac disease.
Yep.
Is that where you felt there was a void in what you could eat?
Yeah, I mean, snacks are always the hardest thing for me. Like, I know that meat is naturally gluten-free, dairy items or eggs or cheeses. If you can have those are naturally gluten-free. But what about all the fun stuff that everyone else gets? Everyone has done a baking mix, and we think that we can basically find baking mixes for everything that you want now. But snacks are, I think, the real king. So I'm really excited for those snacks. There's also a couple new things in the food products, more like the meal and meal kits.
Oh, cool.
The biggest thing I think that's missing is someone that is celiac or gluten-free for medical reasons, but is also vegan for ethical reasons.
Yeah.
There's a huge, huge problem right now because everything that's vegan is mostly made with a wheat-based substitute. But there's more and more products are coming out that are gluten-free. And one of the best things that I tasted was actually Daring chicken. So Daring makes a new teriyaki chicken that is gluten-free and also plant-based. It's made with soy. So really, really delicious stuff. And that's really the thing that's been missing is all of these vegan counterparts to gluten-free. Jovial Foods just launched a vegan mac and cheese that's really good. And it also is gluten-free.
Oh,
so
that's a huge win. That's a huge win for celiac disease patients, especially kids, right?
Yeah.
Children.
Yeah. So if you're also dairy-free, as many people who are gluten-free or people who have celiac disease lack the enzyme to digest lactose. So they happen to be gluten-free and they're like, oh no, I can't do dairy either. And that may change over time. We know that they may get that enzyme back, but at first it's important to have something that is dairy-free so they actually feel like they can have mac and cheese, especially if you're new to this whole thing and you're just like, I just want a pasta, I just want a mac and cheese. Well, there's a lot of really great options for you now.
That's great. So anything else you have interesting to share with us?
I can't tell you how many amazing things are happening and a lot of holiday stuff is coming out right now, but my lips are sealed. I'm not allowed to say anything yet, but I'm just saying holiday is going to be really good for people who are gluten-free. Lots of good stuff coming.
Okay, Erica, that's fine. No, but seriously, you have an amazing podcast. And I noticed that you talked about on one of your posts the other day about a gadget that you're talking about with your co-host. Isn't it something to do with pizza oven?
Yeah, there is amazing stuff coming out. There is electric pizza ovens that you can have inside your home. There's crazy ones that you can do that use propane. And so you can cook pizza like a real champion pizza maker, not even gluten-free. You can just make amazing pizza. And so to be able to have like pizza that puffs up and is really sexy looking pizza, that's pretty rad if you're gluten-free.
So I don't want to talk about it too much because I want to drive people to listen to your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So where can folks listen to your episode about this pizza? Did you do other gadgets as well so people can learn more about it?
I do love a good gadget. So my podcast is with another former editor of mine. We work together at a magazine actually testing gadgets. It is called You Had Me at Eat, and we are available wherever you get podcasts, just like where you would get Gastro Girl.
Oh, this is so exciting. So anything else before we say goodbye for this episode, but anything else that celiac disease patients should look forward to?
Yeah, I always like to say that whatever day it is better than the day before for living life gluten-free. There's so many amazing new products and new stuff out there in the world that we are just lucky to be here. Whatever day it is, it's the best day because we've got a lot of new stuff coming out for us that makes it safe for us to eat at home and outside of our home too.
I love it. You're so positive. Don't you love our positive guests? They're so inspiring.
Woohoo!
Thank you. Thank you so much. And you'll find all the information in our details in the description of this episode, as well as in the slides that we've had talking about when we talked about different products. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon. And we
Thanks
definitely
so
want to interview about the holiday inside scoops as we get closer.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Gastro Girl podcast. For more information and resources, please visit gastrogirl.com. Do you have a question for Gastro Girl? Please email podcast@gastrogirl.com. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in the Gastro Girl podcast are not a substitute for medical advice from your healthcare professional. Please consult a licensed clinician in your state regarding all matters related to your health.